CCNA3, we'll do lab 2 to 13. Going to open it. We open it, and so how's business in Nigeria?
Business is good, but I've not gone to Nigeria now. I'm not going to Nigeria in December.
Okay. I think it's not true. It's not too far. I think it's 6 hours, no? From Johannesburg
for me, it's far. It's like I think 8 hours or 10. Because you have to get to Johannesburg
10 hours.
first. I think
yes. Yes, Johannesburg. Okay, so this is our topology. And we're going to configure OSPF. So we had many times to explain what is OSPF. We started doing some demo already. So we'll start straight. So as you know, always when you have a...
Thank you, Chai.
Who is that? So always when you have a topology, take time to check. I have router 1 connecting to LAN 1, router 2 connected to LAN 2, router 3 connected to LAN 3. And we are all interconnected with 3 routers. So now what we'll do, we check the question paper. We have our title, point-to-point single area OSPF configuration. We have the objective. First thing first, we have the addressing table. Well, we have all our devices and the IP addresses. Objectives, we need to configure router IDs. We need to configure networks for OSPF. We need to configure passive interfaces. And we need to verify OSPF configuration. So it's very simple. So we did see that when you have routers interconnected, we need a big bus. Will be the DR, the designated router, will get info from outside and publish inside. It's very simple. Start OSPF. So when you want to configure router IDs, you go to in the global config mode, router OSPF and process ID. So here they say you must use 10. So we go on each router and we do. So router 1, center enable conft router OSPF 10, router ID 1.1.1.1, exits, do copy run start. We go to the other router 2, we set 222, enable conft router OSPF 10, router ID 2.2.2.2. Exit, do copy, run start. We go to the other one, router 3. Enable conft router OSPF 10, router ID 3.3.3.3, exit, do copy, run start. Okay, we just configured our router IDs. If you want to view them, you tap show IP protocols. So if you type show IP protocols, you'll see that your router ID is here. And yeah. What else? Question paper. Part 2. So we have down here 16% already. So part 2, configure OSPF using the network commands. So how many statements are required for OSPF to route on network? So here we have 3 networks. And how many statements? So we have the remote networks. If we take R1, R1 is connected to LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. So because here is directly connected to R1, so we only add the remote networks. But if you want, you can take a notepad. And you can add them also if you want to. Tap here, router OSPF head, and you add all the network you want. Network, I'm going to add LAN 1, 192.168.10.0, wildcard mask. So here is /24. So wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255, area 0. And we do the same thing for LAN 2. We add LAN 2, copy, paste. LAN 2, this is 192.168.20, subnet mask /24, wildcard mask, the opposite, 0.0.0.255. We do the same thing for LAN 3. LAN 3 is .30. You can add it, .30. So these are the remote networks. Also, if you want, you can add the networks that are directly connected to the routers if you want to. So here is 10.1.1.0 and /30. So last time we did check /30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make it bigger. So here's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So here will be 255. Here also will be 255. Here will be 255. And here you can see that this one is 1, 2. So 255 minus 255 minus 3. If we take our calculator, (252). So /30 is 252. So here is 252. Now the wildcard mask will be 255. So let's say here will be 0. 255 minus 255 is 0. 255 minus 255, it will be 0. 255 minus 255 here also will be 0. 255 minus 252 is 3. So this is the wildcard mask for /30. So here it will be .3 here. We take this one also, we copy, we paste. So here 10.1.1.8. /30 between R2 and R3 /30. So the wildcard mask will be also this one. Now we'll network between R1 and R3. 10.10.4. Okay, so these are all our networks. So if you want, we can copy this one. And if you want to save, you can also add, do copy, run, start, then exit. You can copy everything. You open R1. So before we do here, so let's check, show IP routes. So we can see that we directly connected are there already. 1, 2, 3. If we take R1, we have three directly connected links. So for this guy, we are fine. It means any other networks will be LAN 2, network between R3 and R2 and LAN. So to avoid anything, for you, just add anything. You add in your notepad, you're sorted. Copy, const, and you paste everything that you did. Make sure you did well. Let me go and copy again. Copy. Why does it want to paste? Man, you must paste, you don't want to type. Const. No.
So I think you must type it all out.
No. So check down here, paste. Oh, exporting is locked. Oh no. You see, they remove it. Oh no. So you see, export import iOS config is locked by author designed for this activity. You see, we don't want us to copy paste. We want us to type. But that's not well. It's not fair. You must allow us, you see. Okay, anyway, guys, you know how to do. You add them, and yeah. This is how it is. I'm not going to type anything here. So you know, you add all these networks in each router and you're sorted. Why he does that? Okay, what else? So remember to configure OSPF, you can use the network command, or we go to each interface and we use IP OSPF, then area 0. Then step 2, configure network for OSPF using IP interfaces address. So guys, remember again, when you have a test, you read properly first. What we did should be for router 1 only, you see. Then for router 2, they ask us to configure using the interface command. So we must read properly. But anyway, let's start. Let's do for router 1 then. I have typing, but anyway, I have choice. So we are here. We type router OSPF 10 and networks. So 10, 20, 30. 192.168.10. 10.0, 0.0.0.255, area 0, We do the same thing for 20, LAN 2. We have 20. We do the same thing for LAN 3, 30. Yeah, area 0. Then you can add the other ones. See 10.1.1.0, I think. Yeah. 10.1.1.0, 0.0.0.3, area 0. Then the other one should be 4 here, sorry. 4. And the other one should be 8. Let's double check. Yes. So make sure your notepad is correct before you do your stuff here. So we are done here. Do copy and start and show IP routes. Oh, okay, we didn't do some traffic yet, so OSPF is not showing for now. Or also, for OSPF to get activated, my neighbor, we should agree, we should exchange hello stuff. We should make an agency. So we need to activate OSPF on router 2 so that they will start communicating. Okay, router 2, receive must use the interface. So here, you can see that on router 2, we have one link connected to R1. So what's the name of that link? Option, preference. Let me double check if it's recorded. What is that thing? Okay. So for R2, we can see that R2 is connected to R1 via interface. We don't show properly that this interface. You can zoom in. What's the name of interface R2 and R1? Zoom again. We don't show. That's very strange. Okay, let's type enable show IP interface brief, and you'll see we have gig interface. So this gig interface gig00 is facing a LAN. So this one is a passive interface. So we can start configuring that. Const interface G000. How to configure? Is it question mark here? Let me check. There is no P here. Okay. Interface. Okay, let's go back to our config stuff. We go to CCNA3, quick summary. No, it's not here. CCNA3. Okay, so this is how we configure passive interface, router OSPF and passive interface. Okay, so we go back. I exit router OSPF 10, passive interface G000. We exit, do copy, run starts. So a passive interface is an interface that is facing the LAN. And the two other interfaces of R2 are facing router 1 and router 2. So we can configure these two interfaces to join OSPF. So we have serial 010 and serial 011. So remember the other way to configure OSPF, you go to a interface, and IP OSPF 10 area 0. So interface router, no. Interface S010 IP OSPF 10 area 0. It means this interface will participate in OSPF hello message, update message, and everything. I exit, and I do for the other one, interface 1. Oh, no. So you see already, this interface facing R1 is starting making agency with R1. We're starting agree to exchange information. So we go to the other interface as facing R2 facing R3, interface S011 and IP OSPF 10 area 0, and we are done also. Do copy, run start. And to view your routing, I show IP route, my routing table, show IP route. I press enter. And I can see, oh, here, it means this network has been added in my routing table via OSPF. See, oh. Also, this network has been added in my routing table via OSPF. One second. Okay. This is how things works. And let's go to R1. And we tap again, show IP route to view my routing table. Now you can also see that we have a network that we added in my routing table via OSPF. Okay, now we go to R3. Part 3, configure passive interfaces. So passive interfaces are networks that are connected to LANs. So if we take for R1, passive interface is G000. So we go to R1, conft interface, router OSPF 10. Passive interface will be G000. Do copy and start. We are done for this guy. For R2, we just did now G000 also. Now for R3, the passive interface is G000 also. You come here, enable conft router OSPF 10 passive interface G000. Okay, so this is how we configure passive interfaces. I'll put again the things so that you can see. One second. Okay, we continue. What else we need? So how much we have already? We have 50% only. It means, so for R3, we didn't configure OSPF. So we can configure using interface also. Let's check the question paper. On R3, configure required interface with OSPF. Configure each interface. So we use interface command. So we have S010, S011. We go there. And here, conft router, interface S010 or 11, IP OSPF 10, area 0. We exit. You see? So he's forming an agency with the other router. To full agency. It means we are fully connected. We are fully agreed that we can exchange database information, networks. You see? We go to the other interface. IP OSPF 10, area 0. And we are done. Do copy, run, start. It also is forming agency with the other router. Do copy, and start. Okay, one second, I'm checking something in WhatsApp group when it's posting. Is all okay? I'm replying. Okay, so this is something very simple. And if we check the routing table, and here show IP routes, and you can see that some networks have been added in my routing table via OSPF. It means from now on, if I know something that my neighbors we don't know, I will forward this information to them. If they have something I don't know, they'll send it to me. That's why we say dynamic routing table. New route that I don't know will be automatically added in my routing table without me not manually adding them. This is how it works. So we see we have 72% where we didn't do right. Let's check. 72%. Router 2, route 012. No, but we did tell us to use the interface command for router 2. We didn't ask us to use the network command to configure. Let's go route properly again. On router 2, configure OSPF using network command. Oh, you see, we made a mistake. So it's very important, guys, when you have questions to read properly what they ask. I didn't read properly. I did configure router for OSPF for router 2 using the interface command. So we need to come back. Conft router OSPF 10. Now I need to add the networks. So check here again while I'm busy checking one message. And the two ways of configuring OSPF. We're going to use the network command. One second, I'm busy replying to. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to add the networks. Networks. We are on router 2. So the networks, we can add router 2 is here. Network, we can add for LAN 1, 192.168. So we add for LAN 1.10.0. 0.0.0.255 because it's /24. So wildcard mask is this one, area 0. We're going to add for router 3, for network LAN 3, it's .30. And I think we are done. Do copy, run, start. Now let's check how many percent we have. 72% didn't move. Let's go back and check. Process ID, networks. Okay, let's add everything. And sometimes it's good to add everything. What is router 2? So we did add for LAN 1, we did add for LAN 3. And there is one guy. So me, I'm going to add everything so that I don't have a network 10.1.1.0. I add 4 here. I add 8 here. And show IP route. OSPF, we have this. We have 83%, but there is one remaining. Yeah, there is one remaining. How to find that? Okay, anyway, this is how it works. So when you do your exam, try to add as many routes as you can. That's why it's good to have a clear idea. You put all the networks that you see here. This one is LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3, and with three links connecting the routers. Link between R1 and R2, LAN between R1 and R3, LAN between R2 and R3. It's just because we cannot copy paste, else conft. Yeah, area 0. Close. We have 80%. So there is something missing somewhere that we need to find. Okay, for router 2, we see everything. So if you add all the networks like I did here, so you won't miss anything. Now we go to gig 00 area OSPF. Area OSPF. So we go on R3, we are on R3 now. interface gig 000. We go back R3. What's happening there is interface. What? Interface gig 000. Normally, this one is a passive interface, no? No. Okay, let's use this one and check also. We close and okay, now we have 100%. So this is something a bit challenging, how to use OSPF. So when you have OSPF, first thing first, what is the definition of OSPF? It's a dynamic routing table that will allow us to automatically exchange routing table or routing information with my neighbors. So to configure, we can use either the network command or the interface command. We can also configure router IDs. If you have routers interconnected, we need a big boss that will get all information from outside, then will distribute in my LANs. So the highest router ID is the big boss. Then we also have something called passive interface. Normally, our interface is facing the LANs. We are not part of exchanging hello packet, hello message to any other router. We're not connected to another router. We are facing a LAN, a switch, not connecting to a router. Then we have other stuff that we'll do a bit later. We have many labs that we'll do step by step. So that's all for today. Next time, so we have time to do all these things. We'll have labs for cost, hello interval, dead interval, route propagation. So what we'll do on Monday, we'll do something else. And when it's time for revisions, then we can finish all these labs. So Monday we'll do network security concepts. Wednesday we'll do access control list. So what is network security concept? That we'll see on Monday. Ethical hacking. Okay. I think it's an introduction to cybersecurity, CCNA4. Yeah, this one is an introduction to cybersecurity. Okay, we'll get time to check all these things. So we'll do that on Monday. It's a lot, eh? Fortunately, we have some videos explaining the same thing, so you can watch the videos also. That's quite a lot. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today. We meet again on Monday. I think CPUT is busy upgrading all the pieces with that issue we got with a CrowdStrike worldwide. So yeah. Thank you very much, guys. If you don't have any questions, we can end the session.
Thanks, Max.
Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.